Hey, we're really excited to have your help with our Denton, Texas project. What I'm going to show you is an intermediate task. We're going to be going back and doing the census record hints for 1900, 1910, 1920. These were ones that were not done when the first group came through and did these. It usually means that they're harder or that they might have missed a family member that's harder to connect into the family. So this is why we put this in the intermediate task category. So you want to have some previous experience with Sourcelinker or work alongside with someone that has experience that can help you. So let me share my screen. Okay, so here's the sheet that we'll be working in. And you can see that there's a volunteer column, a result column, and a notes column. And in the notes column, you can see that sometimes I just indicate a little note about why it's harder. So you can see sometimes I just wrote complicated. So let's do a couple examples together. Okay, so you just check this. This lets other people know you're working on it. And then you open up Sourcelinker. And each family is going to be a little bit different. So this is a very common case right here where we have grandchildren. So here's how I approach grandchildren. I'm just going to open up Charles in a new window. And then I'm going to view his tree. And I'm going to hit descendancy and go down 3 generations. Okay, and then I go and look, and I'm looking for grandchildren who are George and Cecil, born in around 1883, 1885. And so then I kind of start looking down, and you can see right here, here's my George and Cecil. So let's go take a look at them. And so here we are on George's page, and sometimes what you'll find is that this record will be showing up as a hint for him. In this case, it didn't. So what we're going to do then is we will go to the record, and we're going to click on George. So we'll come down here and click on George. Okay, so notice now there's a little button over here that says attach to family tree. So we can hit attach to family tree, and you can hit possible matches. And for whatever reason, it's not finding this as a possible match. So then we just come over here, copy the ID, and just drop it in there. Okay, and this allows us then to look at it side by side, and we can see that this is a good match. And then the other thing we can do is notice we have a sibling here. And so we can pull Cecil up right where he belongs. Okay, so hopefully you can see that this was a more complicated task than most record hints. It involved, looking at the descendancy view. It involved doing a little bit of sleuthing to figure out who the grandchildren belong to. But in the end, with a little bit of practice, these are things that an experienced user can handle just fine. Okay, so let's try another one. And each case is a little bit different. So here we have one where basically the person that didn't get attached is actually not an immediate family member. So we'll just set those aside for now. So that one just gets an immediate 1. And in honesty, it probably shouldn't even have been part of this set. So this is a case here where we have, Judge S. And so so the person that did these other record hints wasn't sure what to do with Judge. This is a case where we could probably take a look at the image ourselves, and let's just see if maybe we have an indexing error, or if maybe Judge was a nickname. So we're going to zoom in here on our family. What was the name of our family? Let me just open it up again here in another window so we can kind of look at them side by side. So the family we're looking at is the Mitchell family. Okay, so right here, here's our Mitchell family. You can see right here, J. Okay, so this is an interesting case. You can see that kind of looks like a U. It could also be an A. You've got this thing which looks like a D, but could also be a C. So I don't know. That's just like a really tough one right there. But let's just go back here, and in the context of this family, we've got the S matching up. We've got the birth year just the same. You can see that he was born in April. So my guess here is that something was either written down wrong or transcribed wrong, but in fact, this is our match. Okay, so that would be there. So hopefully what you can see from these is that each case is a little bit different. These take a little bit more experience. You have to use a lot more discernment. But we'd really like to make sure that each of these people get attached to their profile on the family tree, or get added to the tree if they're not there already. We really want to make sure that everyone that lived in Denton Texas between 1900 and 1940 is on the family tree and is discoverable by their family members today. Thanks for your help with this project. We're really excited to be making this possible for the community.